Thank you, library. I'd like to begin today by reading a poem of Rumi. It's a fairly well known poem. If you don't know the poet, he is a 13th century mystic, and his work is very popular in the circles of mindfulness and meditation. Yoga people love to use this poem. So I'd like to start with this today. It's called The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning, a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness. Some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all, even if they are a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture. Still, treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whomever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. So, just thinking about that idea that we welcome everything into our lives. That's what mindfulness, meditation, and MBSR practice is all about. We don't reject anything. We simply observe what arises. So let's take our seats, and by that I mean make sure that you're sitting on the edge of your chair. Your sit bones are in contact with the chair. If you're lying down or standing up for any reason, just follow the directions to the best as they apply to where you are in space. And for those of you who haven't been with me long, lying down and standing up is perfectly acceptable. You have to accommodate what your body needs in this moment. And it might change. Ground your feet on the floor, the knees hip distance apart. Sensing your hands relax, and on your thighs, the fingers relax. The spine is nice and tall. If you can begin to close your eyes, that's wonderful. If that's not available to you, simply leave just a little bit of light come in, or look at something across 10 feet maybe and gaze. And start to feel the spine. And think of the mountain. Think of a mountain. Tall, dignified, unbending, but not rigid. We don't want rigid. The front body, on the other hand, is a little softer, because that's where the breath is coming in. You can put a hand on your chest and a hand on your belly, and just sense the air as you still yourself, as you quiet your body and come into the meditation position. And just feel where the air might be coming in and out. You feel the rise and fall of the chest, the belly. And remind yourself that the crown of the head is think of it as maybe holding up the roof or the sky so that you're like a puppet string at the top of your head and you're dangling. So there's sense of being dignified at the same time that your front body is soft. And the elbows are soft, the shoulders relax down your back, the back of the neck gets a little bit longer because you may drop your nose just like a 1/16 of an inch, tiny, 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 so that you're nice and your body feels a sense of organization. And you're still and you're quiet as you begin to consciously pay attention to our primary object, our primary anchor, as we like to call it, focusing on the breath. So today I want to just give you another way of looking at meditation. You know, I always say my favorite definition is paying attention on purpose without judgment. There's also another way to describe mindfulness meditation. By the way, there are many, I don't know if I should say hundreds, but there are many different ways to meditate. This is just one way. And what we say when we do this mindfulness meditation is it's simply about observation. You become your own petri dish. You become your own experimenter and observer. And I like that idea because we want to also remember that as an observer, we don't have any reaction one way or another to whatever we're finding. We're just looking. We're just experiencing whatever we find. And that's where the no judgment part comes in. We're just watching our minds, listening to our bodies, observing what is happening in this moment of now in our seats as we become still and stiller and quieter. So for the first few moments of practice, just observe where you might be in this moment. Are your thoughts racing? Is your heart beating quickly? Are you thinking about what you have to do in an hour? Are you remembering something that you forgot yesterday? Are you upset about something that you heard already this morning if you listened to the news, which I don't recommend? I never listen to the news until after midday. Just observe what's there in this moment, neutrally. non-reactively. Just be a scientist. You are the object of your interest. What we're doing is observing who and what we are. Human beings think, human beings feel. It's just what we do. Our thoughts are like a river flowing. Our feelings are like the river flowing. It just keeps going. You might think of it maybe as a stream coming down from the mountain, and all the obstacles that the water has to transcend, the pebbles, the rocks, the branches, the stuff, the plants, animals, and it just keeps flowing, just keeps going. That's like our thoughts and our feelings. They just keep coming. We keep having them, and there's nothing to do about them. We just practice allowing whatever comes in this moment of now, in the practice of meditation, just allowing them to be. For you to allow yourself to simply be. The no judgment part is whatever you find in the river is just there. There's nothing to do about it, not in this moment, and not in this moment, and not in this moment. Just being at peace, if you will, with what you find. No criticism, no shouldas, no couldas, no wouldas, no if only I had. Just being here at peace with your thoughts and your feelings. Peacefully, equanimously, compassionately, generously, willing to just notice yourself. As Rumi said, you are your own guest house, and be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide. And this is how mindfulness practice works. We learn to identify and accept and recognize who we are. And we only have to do it in this moment. In the service of peacefulness and how to navigate those challenging guests that come to your house, it is pretty standard practice to understand that the less we resist, the less whatever is uncomfortable will persist. That's an axiom in spiritual circles. What we resist persists. So as you take the next moments of practice, maybe recognize, use the rain, recognize, accept what comes, investigate it, and just not react or not judge it or not engage with it. And you may find that by doing that, something else will come in its way. That's what happens with human beings. And the peacefulness comes in being able, the R of rain is recognizing that that's the human way. Just observe with your mindfulness, present right here, right now. being at peace does not mean that our thoughts and feelings are frozen. It doesn't mean that we anesthetize everything in our lives. You know, the expression, it's the calm during the storm that is mindful. Now, of course, we don't want to romanticize this, but the idea that the thoughts and the feelings will not stop is really, really important. Many people have the idea that if they meditate, there's going to be nothing, no feelings, no thoughts. It's not empty. That's almost impossible. Yes, if you're an ascetic sitting at the top of a mountain and you've been doing this for 50 years, maybe you could achieve some sense of emptiness. But what we're doing here in this moment is simply shining the sun of awareness. We're shining it on ourselves. We're shining the sun of awareness on our perceptions, on our river of thoughts and feelings. And we're doing this for clarity, to bring us wisdom to ourselves, about ourselves, within ourselves, so that when the world gets too much with us, when things are difficult, when we have challenges, we can shine the sun of awareness and we can remain in a state of recognition, acceptance, and observation. As you slow down now in your practice, after so many minutes of observing, see if you can, in the next part of practice, see if you can have some insight. Mindfulness practice is about getting insight. We are concentrating, we're shining the sun on ourselves. We are in the petri dish. See if you can discover something about yourself. Something that could maybe help you bring more peace to yourself if you just observe whatever it is, whatever the sorrow, the anger, the agitation, the disgust, or the joy, or the happiness. Just shine the sun on your thoughts and feelings in this moment of now. In this breath and this breath. and this breath. See if you can observe yourself actually slowing down. Actually just simply sitting in your body with your mind and your feelings. Just watching, shining the sun on yourself. In the last part of practice today, thinking about the idea of, since we won't see each other for a couple of weeks, carrying forth this idea of peace in yourself, peace with your thoughts, peace with your feelings. This mindfulness practice is helping us learn to be steady, to be centered, more attuned, and more loving to ourselves, no matter what is going on. The quiet, the stillness brings us in touch with ourselves. That's the peacefulness. The peacefulness of being able to be in our own guest house, as Rumi said. So I'm going to share another poem as we wind down, and then there'll be a few more moments of silent practice. Peace in This Moment Without Judgment by Dorothy Hunt. Do you think peace requires an end to war? Or tigers eating only vegetables? Does peace require an absence from your boss, your spouse, yourself? Do you think peace will come some other place than here? Some other time than now? In some other heart than yours? Peace is this moment without judgment. That is all. This moment in the heart space where everything that is welcome. Peace is this moment without thinking that it should be some other way, that you should feel some other thing, that your life should unfold according to your plans. Peace is this moment without judgment, this moment in the heart space where everything that is welcome. So take the last few moments reflecting as we move into the season, this time of year, the joy or the challenges, the difficulties or the happies. And remind yourself, I'm not going to give myself a hard time. As we always do when we come to the end of practice, we really show gratitude to ourselves. Thank yourself. Thank your mind and your body for whatever they offered you today. For your willingness to show up and spend this quiet time with yourself and honor whatever stillness you were able to achieve. And have gratitude to your spirit for its willingness. And in the practice of metta, loving kindness, just simple today to go away with. May I be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be filled with loving kindness. May all beings be at peace and at ease. May I be at peace and at ease. And remember that this is available to you at any given moment. As we said, stop, take a breath, observe, and proceed. Wishing you all a beautiful week, couple of weeks. Peace in your heart and in your circle, and peace in our world. Many blessings and namaste.